Oh, hello and welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just finishing up about the canned fish factory here that we have for the +11 production that we have of canned food. In fact, I might actually just squeeze in a second one here while you're just looking around, right? You're not leaving right away. You're not, because we're leaving this cold, dank place right away and go back to the tundra, a much warmer place. And while that one is loading up, let's enable a trade route from Akiflows to Vanilla Plains for 21 canned food. That does cost us a bit, but it will make those ecologists here much more happy, as this is one of their requirements. Now let's just check this one. We are now, as we can see, in the tundra, and we have still that mission here, right? So even though the marshes are the most biodiverse habitat here, we have no choice but to drain them. We can't work with the little space we have. There we have it, 150 ecologists, and now we need to build our first drainage site. That's those juicy thingies here. They do require some aluminium and some constructor bots. Neither I have. I think, can we actually have the aluminium here? No, we can't. So I do need to import both of them for this first drainage site. Let's just have a look around. Robots shouldn't be the major problem. Nope, let's just go. Yeah, let's just get this one here by +20, I think. So we're not using all of that, of course. And then also the aluminium. That will be a bit more tricky. That's coming from the Arctic. +9 is actually fine. Let's get all of this to Akia Flows. And with that, we can now start with our first drainage site. We actually got a few of them. And they're nothing else than blockages, right? So we cannot continue expanding past those spaces since we have the drainage site there. There's actually a mountain building site. Do we have that here? Yes, we do. We have a fisher site there as well. We have a fisher site here. So both of them are quite equal. This one here, I think, though, brings me up more to the north, which I like. So let's build this construct first, and then this drainage pump here second, right? So we are not really limited by that. While that is happening, let's continue with my wind park. So we already have a wind park over here that is producing some juicy energy for us. Let's just add a few more of them. So 100 energy is fine. We don't have the solar arrays in the tundra, in this very beautiful place, and we need to expand. I want to have this Eden Initiative recovery campaign mission from the tundra. I want to advance there as much as possible because it opens up some modules that we will need then later. So this is happening slowly, but it is happening. We can focus on the next thing, the fine food and the smart drones. Now, smart drones, not something we have right now. Canned food we have a lot of though, and vitamin drinks we have a lot of too. So let's continue with the expansion of a few more blocks so that this becomes the greatest tundra city ever built, I guess, in some strange way. There we have it. Perfect. We should not overreach ourselves here because it's really expensive building stuff here, right? So everything is connected, and the canned food especially is so expensive, so I certainly don't want to go into more production there while I can avoid that. Ah, perfect. We have also unlocked something new, and there's actually also some natural blockages here. I cannot build over them, only around them, even though they might look nice as some ornaments in the city center. We've also unlocked now the drone hive, and with that the smart drones. That is another product they want, but fine food it is. And while we still drain the site, drain the swamp, we go back to Wildwater Bay where we have the fine food production, which is dwindling. Why is it dwindling? I'm pretty sure that rice has something to do with it. Yes, actually we need to go to Viridian Coves. Now back in Viridian Coves, that beautiful place of mass production, we have, well, one goal and one goal only, not only to expand the city, but also to expand our mass production. This is not enough, right? It's very hard to believe, but this is not enough. We need more rice. I would say this whole row here, we might just need to add with more rice than all the way up here. So wherever we can place those modules, there is still the problem with logistics. So let's just have a second sentry here. And probably another one we could squeeze into this area. Looks good to me. Also, let's just check those guys. Organic food is actually something they lack. It doesn't matter too much. I will want to continue also the expansion here. They pay nice taxes, especially when we upgrade. We should always doing that. Always be doing that. This one And this one, I hate it when there is no symmetry involved. We can still work it out, right? So we still have some more tools here available for building than actually in Anno 1800, especially when it comes to the sizes of those buildings. And that's something I like. All right, lots of traffic here on the roads and on that bridge. Now, another thing is the stock market that I'm just totally falling in love with. We have 3 insiders for Casin Industries right now, and as we can see, oh, they're not going well. They're in free fall right now. Their prices are dropping. The share is minus 12,000. The cool thing is, though, is that our, well, sabotage is working out here much more than before. So the patent transfer, for example, has a chance of 65% if it is succeeding. And I think, yeah, for Ubisoft we have the same thing, though they're a bit more cautious, so only 40% we have on that one. For Casin Industries, it's really cheap though, so I should initiate an auction. Unfortunately, they're really expensive. We still have enough influence then to fight off an attack on our shares, so I could go for this one, and we are. Right, so we initiate that, and hopefully it doesn't go very high. Oh, damn it, it is. In fact, so this is not going off cheap by all means. 2.2 million, hooray, we have got it, but it's dropping us for now. What we can do now in return though is we can now have the patent transfer that I just hope succeeds. We need to wait a bit more for some influence though. We're getting a lot of influence in, by the way. Now we're level 67, so hopefully we can then make this one a booming industry, and this will definitely help us out. Let's continue. We have stuff to do, especially the expansion of our rice-a-ronies. I guess we will also need, once again, a bit more energy. So lucky us, we have the space over here. Another one is fine for more rice productions. We are really low on the balance right now. I think Ubisoft is also not doing so well. They're only at 10k, they were much higher already, and they're at minus 10k. So I'm hoping, well, Ubisoft for now, as we can see, is booming. This one is still in free fall, but it's going to change, of course, right? And then both of them should be doing well, and this can only help us in the long term. Plus money, we have enough anyway for all our projects. Of course, the space station will be a different kind of beast. There we have that, and also here, that's 300 rice. I think we should be fine with that for now. Let's adjust our trade route for the rice. Everything we need. There we have it for Wildwater Bay. I'm terrible sorry, we actually still need to do something in Viridian Coves, and that is not only do we need to continue expanding our settlement here to get more workers in, like this one. Oh, and we also have another catastrophe.
From inadequate supply of goods.
Not only do we need more houses, we also need the algae production. I want to fix something that I've done a long time ago, and that is importing the algae from the space station. That is something that is very expensive, and I've looked up the prices. It's absolutely not worth it doing that anymore. So we have one algae there. One is producing 54 algae when it's fully equipped, right? We have 2 now. And it's costing me 500, so with 2,000 on the maintenance balance, I can already get rid of the 13,000 trade route from the space station, and thus we can save up to, well, more than 10k, I think, in algae import prices, and that's definitely something I want to do on my never-ending story of maximum efficiency that sometimes I can actually reach. There we have 88 people working in one of them. It's fine. We are in Viridian Coves, the place where we will have lots and lots of workforce. Always. Let's also have a depot there. Viridian Coves, just in time. There is an attack coming. Let's have one more. We can afford that workforce-wise. Also, once again, with the full modules that we have. Alright, let's just fight them off real quick. Now, while we're fighting off another invasion Viridian Coves, look at my balance and my population. It halved both of them. This just shows me the importance of Viridian Coves by now. The reason for that is that when we look at the global trade routes, is that 2 major trade routes, that is the rice and that is the fruits, is totally down. And when that is the case, we have no vitamin drinks, no organic food, no health food, nothing anymore in Wildwater Bay, leading to this more or less catastrophe that is happening right now, that is totally crippling us and would, yeah, in fact destroy us if we don't act quickly enough. And that's what we're doing here right now. I'm destroying the remaining ships of him, Virgil Drake, and that's it. And now this is coming back online. Look at that. And my population was actually halved, right? So it's all going up again by, well, 100% in fact, which is just crazy to me. And this is the power of Viridian Coves right now. That, well, was interesting. Let's continue now with the algae. So the algae trade route from Viridian Coves to Wildwater Bay, that's 300 algae that we need to get over there in order to fix some stuff. The trade route to the space station is already cancelled, and that was around 13,000 credits from the space station that we can save actually now by doing that. At the same time, those things are coming together quite often. There is a climate warfare right now in Wildwater Bay. All mountainsides are shut down due to danger of landslides. That's, well, happening at the same time. It's almost over though, so we might still want to wait on the acid rain. I could also do a military mission, and you know what, let's do the military mission that we have here. I do need them anyway to upgrade my fleet, which is just something that we need to do from time to time. Perfect. And after that mission, we're now back to our usual income, and we can now focus again on the beautiful things of life, and that is productions. Having a look at the health food, let's just check this one real quick. We should have more fish than that. I have reinforced the fish. There we have it. 27 in addition. We still have a few coastal sites available as well. In Vanya Plains, we can... Now, I'm still going with the constructor bots, but from Viridian Coves, I can now turn it off. And since we lost a bit of money there as well, let's just check if we can sell something. First of all, we can purchase some 100 constructor bots, and then we can sell some flax here, some soybeans. But that's basically it. There's not that much right now that we could sell. Now let's go for my health food. Wasn't it here? There it is, health food. And we still have a bit of space in the area that we can use for those factories. Now I just hope that my fish will last. Rice, I don't need to worry about rice. It's all about really the fish. There we have one. That should be good for now. Surplus of... Where's my health food? 59. Very good. 59. Actually, we do need that for... Yeah, Archaea flows anyway. So this is how things go back again to the Arctic.
Transfer options.
And we're at 81 influence. I might actually use this moment to get a few more insiders into the factories or the companies that I want to invest the most in, right? So Cassian Industries would be one of them. And Uzoyev definitely is another one. So we got now 4 agents here, increasing my chance of success if those companies fare well. Actually, they're doing... Cassian is faring well right now. So they're going up again. Perfect. Another thing is the health food now for Vanya Plains, where we need to continue in order to upgrade those people there. So plus 10 should be fine. Let's have a look in here. They've got it now too. The fine food, the smart drone is the last one, and the community center. And I think we have also finished this one here. Now, isn't that looking cool? It does require some workforce and energy now. Do we have that? Construct and drain the mushrooms. There we have it. It does cost me though a bit more energy than I have. We have though the solar arrays now. Perfect. So I can use them finally to get some solar energy out of it. And yep, save us a bit of time and nerves as well. Well, this is now draining. So this should take around 5 minutes. Perfect. What we can do is we can prepare the next production here, which is the smart drones. They need the, well, the cobalt and nano chips. That's something here, and nano chips do need tungsten. So that's another mine. So I think we are going to need 2 mines in the area. And I just hope that we can make this work. We have 1 mine here. We don't have any mine on that side, which is really strange to me, but what can you do about it? And we have 1 here. So the other one is draining already. We can of course continue with that one right away, so they can both work at the same time. Another Uzoyev. It's this one here. I don't have that much money, unfortunately. And drainage completed. Let's finish this one. There we have it in all its glory, a new buildable area.
What's he going to do besides waggle his finger? Colonizing the tundra was his idea, after all. The other custodians are keen to redirect settlers over to my jurisdiction.
Attract the field researchers.
I'm only authorizing specialists,
which is our next target.
To combat the virus.
First of all, we have those two mines here, so the tungsten and the cobalt. I could probably get the cobalt though to the tundra myself. It would not be that expensive, but I think since we have two mining sites now anyway, I think it's a safer bet to just do it here. Let's start with the tungsten. Hopefully it doesn't cost me too much. 1,200 on the maintenance. It's fine, alright. It's fine, it's fine. What we still need is though the logistics center just over there. So that's +5. 30 people is fine. 50 energy is fine. Yeah, the maintenance cost is a bit high, but other than that. By the way, we are paying a total of 500,000 maintenance cost right now. That is an amazing number. It's a baffling number, and it collapses rather quickly, as we've seen with Viridian Coves. So I should always have a bit of a buffer there. 2 million is not enough anymore.
No more
since we're playing with those numbers. The next pump is finished. Let's get rid of it.
Moses.
And get our mining site working here with the cobalt. So let's just have one module here, so we have a +10 for each of them. That should be fine. And then we have the smart drone, the drone hive factory. And yes, let's actually have this one down here. There we have it. It does oh, the nanochips. Totally forgot about that. We have a second factory here. It's a rather small one. Should really be fine to have those two here. Tungsten and cobalt. Tungsten we have 5 still. That's actually the end of it. So we produce 8 now. And we already have 1 drone hive. Let's just get us another module up and running. Production surplus of 6. I might actually just go with another one. Seems good enough. Also 1 more cobalt. It's the last one actually that we can afford. And that's it. A +12. So I think those guys here only want the community center now. And then we can already upgrade those guys to tier 2. Let's have the community center. We can squeeze it in just fine in this area. But I guess they will need another one. Yes.
Transfer route
over here. So that we have 2 now.
Missing goods.
That's looking good. Those guys want to upgrade. Ecologists no more. Let's have a look. It only cost me some biopolymers, so we can basically upgrade the whole inner circle.
The staff seem fine so far.
And there we have them. Field researchers, they have changed their gender from female to male. And they're now researching my fields. They do need quite a lot of stuff there once again. And we do get the next mission out of it. Second opinion, the team has extracted the first samples, but no trace of the virus so far. We need to dig deeper. Do I get something else? The parkas we have. Constructor bots I could craft now myself. An ornamental spaceport I could add as well. We already have one. No idea why we would need a second one. Let's continue with the Eden Initiative recovery. So the team has extracted the first samples, but no trace of the virus. So far, I want to run more tests, but we're understaffed. Plus, we need the all-weather parkers to, well, first of all, get more field researchers and also to give them some warmth at least. That's my share. Let's stop it. So we have the influence for that. Thank you very much. I'm certainly not selling one of my shares. Let's have a look at the all-weather parkas. Interesting one. We do need the flags. So that is something we already have, right? That is something we already have in Wildwater Bay, but we certainly don't have enough space to build more of them just to support those field parkas here. So I'm just going to add my whole production here. And by the way, yes, we could have our flax plantations now here and, well, then just export them to Wildwater Bay. We need the wool. For that we need the musk ox wrench, which consumes moss and water. Crazy, it consumes water. Another thing that consumes our precious water. Let's have us another desalination plant here. So that's a bit more water, 13. And here we can still add those modules to it. and moss. Now moss is the fields that we have here, the moss plantation. And I think it's safe to say that we can have, yep, 2 more fields in this area. Here we have then our vitamin extractor. That is vitamin extractors from moss. Think about that. Very good. It's working still. So moss 12 we have that. We only need the musk ox wrench now. That is a hilarious name though. And space-wise, as always, space is the major culprit whenever we talk about stuff in Anno 2205. I think we will need to go all the way up here. And let's have them. They like solitude. Those, well, what do we have here anyway? Sheeps? I guess we're going to have some sheepies then in the area. Or a yak. Is that right? So I guess we will have something like that. The musk ox range. It's an ox. Okay, my bad. Of course it's an ox. Let's just check it. Do we have everything here? Moss we still have enough. Water we still have enough. And we have wool plus 6. We have moss plus 6. And now I think it's just time for, yep, all weather parkas. All weather parkas.
These people are shoot first.
And we can definitely have that one then here. And the next event is already happening with the acid plains. It's actually happening, yeah, in the Vanilla Plains. And we need to achieve victory in the Qannitag conflict zone. Yeah, no idea about that. We have now the parkas working for us, so the surplus is there. Energy is missing a bit. Might need to add another one of those solar arrays. Those guys have it, perfect. And thus they are growing, and this brings us closer to 1,500. And then we continue here. Stay tuned.
One last push and we're done.
Boy, it's dirty.